Let's get into our 10 bold predictions, Matthew, and I know you want to kick this one off with a quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence finishes as a top 10 fantasy quarterback this year. By the way, here's why it's bold, by the way. He has never ranked higher than QB 13 in points per game, and he's only done that once, right? In 2022, he's QB 11,
He's not being drafted even close to this.
He's being drafted like his QB 18 as well, but 3 straight seasons with at least 3 or more rushing touchdowns. Since 2022, he's actually top 4 in the NFL in terms of most rushing touchdowns among quarterbacks. He doesn't get thought of as a mobile quarterback, but he is. He's mobile in the way that kind of a Drake May is. Like, they can get you 20, 30 yards a game, I believe. And last season, under Liam Coen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, top 3 in passing yards and passing touchdowns, 6th in fantasy points. Liam Coen, of course, obviously coaching the offense now for the Jaguars. I just think they're going to throw the hell out of the ball. I think that their defense isn't going to be bad. I think when you've got Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter, we kind of like Brenton Strange. They've got nice pass-catching running backs in Etienne and Tootin out of the backfield. So I do think Trevor Lawrence, between the rushing and the throwing, it's going to be all volume, but I think he finishes as a top 10 fantasy quarterback. That is my first bold prediction.
What about you, Jay?
I like it. Okay, I'm going to go even bolder. I'm going to say that A.J. Brown outscores Saquon Barkley in total fantasy points this year. And the reason why this is bold is that Saquon Barkley outscored him by 140 points last year. So there's a lot of ground to make up. But I think there's a few factors there. One, A.J. Brown missed a month of the season, so it's not really a fair reflection. 2, they ran the ball at a rate that just is not going to be replicated because Saquon Barkley is a human being. He's not going to touch the ball almost 500 times again this year, we presume. And then I think we just forget how good A.J. Brown is. Like, I think A.J. Brown is one of the 5 most talented receivers in football. He was coming off before last year 2 years in a row with Jalen Hurts, where he was basically 1,500 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's less of an injury risk than Saquon just because he's not a running back. And I think that they will throw the ball this year more. So put all that in the pot, and I think that there is a material chance that A.J. Brown outscores Saquon Barkley.
Part of the point of bold predictions isn't to nail the bold prediction. It's just to say, like, hey, here's somebody that I have a strong stance on. And so I agree with you that A.J. Brown is being undervalued in drafts and just people are forgetting how good he is. So I like the call. 140 points is a lot to gain, but I like the idea that, yes, we're in on A.J. Brown in a big way this year.
Right, trying to show a pathway of why a player can outperform expectations. And for me, I'm going to start with the rookie in Elikai Manor on the Titans right now. He's being taken as the 87th wide receiver in fantasy, a.k.a. left for dead.
Yeah.
I think he finishes as a top 50 wide receiver this year and establishes himself as the number 2 in Tennessee, which that might not look pretty or exciting right now, but there's a world where fast forward to a year from now, we're excited about Cam Ward and Calvin Ridley as the number 1 and an established number 2 wide receiver in Elikai Manor who can catch a couple touchdowns this year. I thought the Titans getting him in the 4th round was an absolute steal. He's listed as a starter on the depth chart, which can not always mean the most, but I think for him, the kind of camp he had, it means a lot. I think he has a really good rookie season compared to expectations.
He's been one of the hottest pickups over the last week as well, and I like the call. He doesn't have a ton of for a team that's going to throw a lot. He doesn't have a lot of target competition outside of Ridley, right? You've got Chigakonkwo, Tyler Lockett in the slot. So I definitely like the call on A.O. Manor. Is that how I say it? A.O. Manor. All right, there you go. Last names are always a challenge for me. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.